Hi fellow dreamers, in this video we're going to talk about how feeling anger, anxiety, how having these heavy feelings can really help guide us, can help point us in the right direction. Thanks for joining everybody. My name is Carolina. As you know, I focus on doing children's books like these right here that promote love, unity, and peace, and I also help my followers interpret their dreams. The reason we do this is because when we listen to our dreams, we're connecting to our subconscious, and when we share them, we connect with one another on a more profound level. So let's get started with the topic of today. Those heavy feelings that many of us don't like, those feelings actually can help guide us if we understand what to do with them. So let's start with the first one. A few of you have been saying that you're feeling anger, you're feeling frustration throughout the day. So before we point at this problem and we look at it and analyze it, let's start with the basics, right? And that is the feeling. If we're feeling anger, what does this really mean? A lot of the time when we're feeling angry about something, it's something maybe that we're not understanding fully. A lot of the time it can be where we're feeling that we don't have power. If we're angry, if we're frustrated with a particular situation, oftentimes it can simply be that we don't feel that we have power over the situation. But now that we know that there is anger here, what are we going to do to resolve it? We need to take it that step further, because remember, just identifying the feeling and identifying the situation isn't enough. Now, because we are creators, because we are proactive with our guiding system, we are going to think about what can we do to bring clarity and to bring love to this situation. If I'm feeling angry, I understand that maybe right now I'm not feeling the most powerful. Maybe right now I'm not understanding this situation the best. Let's think about it. Will it help us if we spend our time analyzing the problem? Oftentimes that's not the answer, because if we're angry, if we're frustrated about something and we are just giving it more and more attention, oftentimes what does that do? That just kind of grows the problem, right? We start creating something bigger than it normally is. So let's look at it differently. Let's let it go for just a moment, realizing that yes, we're angry about this. Yes, maybe we don't feel completely powerful when it comes to this situation or this particular instance, etc. But let's take a moment to breathe and take a step back. All right, we need to take a break from this. It is okay to put a pause and to take a break, to take a breather, a moment for yourself. Because remember, when we're angry, it's like we have this little cloud over our eyes and we don't really see what's really there. So take a moment for yourself whenever this kind of feeling arises within you. And remember, we need to add more love and more peace into our lives before we can understand what to do with this situation. So take your time. Now, some of you are saying that you're feeling anxious, right? You're feeling somewhat of anxiety throughout your day. So a lot of the time when we're feeling anxious, what does this really mean? Oftentimes when we're feeling anxious, we've got like this nervous feeling. It doesn't feel so good. But again, this is our guiding system letting us know, hey, something's a little bit off. And when it comes to anxiety, oftentimes it's a lack of control. We feel like we're not in control of a particular situation, of a particular person, family life, etc. It can simply be that. So whenever this anxiety comes, like, it's always better to deal with things before they become an actual issue, before they become anger, before they become anxiety. But if we aren't able to take care of it before it actually manifests itself in front of us to an angry situation, to a situation full of anxiety, what we can do is we can acknowledge that, yes, right now there is a loss of control. I'm feeling a little bit anxious. What am I going to do? I'm not going to focus on the problem, because if I focus on the problem, again, I am growing that anxiety. I am growing the problem. I'm going to pause and take a moment for me. Now, I know that's not what you want to hear whenever you're going through this situation. Sometimes you're like, well, no, I just have to understand it. I just have to comprehend what is going on at the basis of this. But remember this, when you're in a place of peace and of love, if you look at the situation, you'll better understand it at that point. Because if we look at it with those anxious eyes, with those frustrated, angry eyes, we're only going to see all of those anxious things, all of those fearful things. So it is okay to take a breather and to take a step back. Now, a few of you have been sending in that you're feeling a loss of interest with things that you were interested in once before. Now, let's talk a little bit about this, because if you do a certain thing and you're passionate about something, but you find yourself losing a little bit of interest in this, one particular dreamer says that he enjoyed drawing people's portraits. He really enjoyed that. It brought him a lot of peace. But recently he's been feeling like he just doesn't want to do that anymore. He feels a sense of indifference with it. And you know what? That's okay. We don't don't have to always do the same thing to bring us peaceful energy. Remember, we're always growing, we're always changing. It could simply be that right now we're in a time where we need to take a break from that. You know, sometimes in this society that moves so quickly, that goes so fast with everything, we think that we need to keep reacting, being proactive, making changes, doing. And that's great. That's all wonderful. But it comes a point in our lives where we need to breathe, where we need to take a moment for ourselves, and that is okay. Trust me, I also practice this. Whenever I have a sense of anger, a sense of anxiety, etc., if I'm not able to stop it before it manifests itself in front of me, once I see it in front of me, I pause and I say, I get it. It's here. It is time for me to take some time for self-healing, because that is all this is, right? Whenever we feel any kind of heavy energy, whether that be anger, anxiety, etc., anything under this umbrella of fear, anytime we feel this, it is simply that we've let this energy grow too far, too long. Now it's manifesting. So now it's our responsibility to take a step back and to allow ourselves to get into alignment with ourselves again and be in that peaceful energy. Trust me, we are all working through it. I want to let you know that whenever you have these feelings, these are your guiding systems. I know they don't feel the best when they're happening to us, but they are here to guide us, and they are here to shine a light into a particular area that we need to work on, that we need to heal. So I hope this conversation has helped you understanding that the emotions, the feelings that are going on within you are always here to guide you. Even if they don't feel so good at first, they are shining a light on what we need to heal. So I send you a huge hug. I will be doing more videos about this, about how to understand what our feelings are trying to guide us to, and how we can look at them with loving eyes and find possibility within them. All right, I send you a huge hug. I send you love, unity, and peace. We will be in contact. Bye, everybody.